I'm so excited. My merch came in. I'm still waiting on a tumbler from Suits to Boots. My mom's filming. 1 second. Is it on my face yet, Mom?
Yes.
As always, love my farm family. Happy holidays.
There we are. There we are. That intro is getting longer and longer.
It is.
And we have a lot more pictures we've not added to it. If you did not see your picture, not to worry. Hold on. Merry Christmas to all the Morrows, my favorite channel on social media. Thank you, Janet. I love you all. I remember when it all started at ISS. I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. And just look at you all now. Love, hugs, and prayers. Janet, that's very kind of you. And thank you so darn much. Jamie, I almost clicked in stream.
I know. I was like,
I almost ended the live right there. I was trying to remove the comment, and right beside the icon that says remove comment is in the live stream. And I don't know why my finger almost clicked that. It's great to see you all. I did not know if we were wise to go live tonight. It's Christmas Eve, y'all. And I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you. You've made this a wonderful year for us. We have just been so darn blessed. We have a stack of Christmas cards. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. They're beside my bed. I'm not gonna go get them.
They're not anymore.
You moved them?
I did.
Well, the cats were getting on
That's
top
why I
of
moved
them.
them, because the cats kept knocking them over, like using them as like little like treadmill-ish things, and they're like flying everywhere. So I actually moved them, and that is what Lester and I are going to do tomorrow morning over coffee.
So, well, I mean, I've actually done a lot. You know that I can't really sleep at night. So Jamie goes to bed earlier, and I try to go to bed, and I don't think that it's wise to be using my phone instead, because that blue light will keep you awake even longer.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is trying to read these Christmas cards, and I kid you not, there was a stack, Jamie. Now she's moved them, she said, but there was probably a stack about that thick of Christmas cards.
Y'all are just so kind and
You're very nice
thoughtful
to us.
and just on
Nicer
top
than
of
you need to
things.
be, nicer than you should be. We don't deserve that niceness. I saw Tina and Rob took their cards that they had received and put them across their counter. I think it was her
Oh.
countertop, and it was really sweet. And they were going through them. But
How
no,
come that stopped moving?
I don't know. I think that I may have done something wrong, Jamie. I really feel like I may have messed something up.
I really feel like I'm a little bit nervous that you did end the live.
Huh? No. We're still live.
Okay, there we go.
Guys, if we're still live, please someone tell us that we're still live, because all of our comments have just stopped.
They went. No,
Ooh.
I fixed it. Whew. I was like, I thought we were talking to nobody, and it was one of those things where I'm gonna be like, clap if you could hear us. We can't see you clap, so sorry.
Well, I just want to say how blessed we are. I will say that. And then for the lady who says we're her favorite social media family, thank you so darn much. We wouldn't trade you guys for anything. I know sometimes we can, sometimes we get overwhelmed. We say things that we don't mean. You do, we do. We get a little bit mean to each other at times. But honestly, I wouldn't trade you guys for anything, Jamie. I wouldn't. You are the most loyal people ever. You keep coming back despite our many flaws and shortcomings. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. And for sticking with us. We know that, sometimes some of us ramble on a little bit and have Texas goodbyes, and I don't know.
I don't know if we look as tired as we feel, but we finished up our Christmas program that will play for you all tomorrow. Can you do me a favor and send us, I'm going to remind you guys of some of the past year's Christmas plays that we've put on, snippets. I will not play the whole thing. Trixie, what's wrong, sweetie? Trixie is right here in my lap.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She came up to me, and I thought people probably thought that I was scratching
I don't know what's wrong, Trixie. Trixie, I've loved her all day, y'all. She's not deprived of love. She's not being neglected over here.
Trixie, you want to go outside? Is that what you want?
The door was wide open for a while. We actually had the door wide open for a minute. I'm going to put something on here for you all. Give me 1 second. I think this might be it. Oh. So she's ready for bed.
Yeah.
So let me hide that for a
She
second.
doesn't want to go outside. She was like, she got up and she was like, no, we're going to bed soon. Like, we're going to bed.
She's ready for bed.
No,
so
baby.
I was able to go back and find the last 4 Christmas videos. There should be 5, but I cannot find that 5th one
I can't
for
think of the
anything.
name of the 5th one either.
So that's the problem is. Let me tell you what the problem is. You think that if you save stuff to social media, it'll be there forever. They always tell you that, right?
It is there forever.
If you upload it, it'll be there forever.
You
Well,
just
guess
may
what?
never be able to find it when you're actually looking for it.
I guess if it's true that somewhere our first year's Christmas play is still somewhere on social media, well, we can't find it, but we found the last 4. So what I did was I took little snippets and put them together for you all to show you right now to kind of lead up till tomorrow's. And then all I'm going to say is this, that if these other 4 that I'm going to show you were disastrous, you have no idea what transpired this
Keep
year.
in mind, it's like foreign filmish, like B film,
Very-
maybe E, maybe D or E. Like
It is very foreign films. That's what we make is foreign films. Sometimes people will say sweet things to me. They say, Lester, you missed your calling. And I'm like, no, I'm doing my calling because trust me, I don't want to go make films in India. I don't want to go make foreign films in Timbuktu or wherever else. I'm not built for Hollywood. That's for darn sure. But let's show y'all. Let's spend about 2 or 3 minutes and show you some of our older Christmas plays. And then we'll get into talking about what's going to happen tomorrow, shall we?
Yeah.
I'm a Survivor Sanctuary has made a Christmas video. This should be interesting.
You have to whisper in her ear and tell her, look, like this. Just watch how I'm going to do it. Psst, you're going to have a special baby. You do that, and then we'll be done with this part. And then we'll go to our costume party. Hurry. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, baby, hurry. We got to do this scene. All right, then tell Jamie, just whisper anything in her ear.
Sit right here.
I want to tell her what I got for Christmas.
Okay, then tell her that. Real quick. Action.
I just had the craziest dream.
Yeah, but the angel has to leave it if she has a dream.
Okay, then hurry.
Proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Come on, baby. Come on, love. Lay down, baby. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, Trudy. Lay down. You need to lay down. Come on. Trudy! Trudy! You took all the food! Trudy! Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. That's Huck and Shirley.
All right, close it behind me if you don't mind.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm going to let him go. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Okay. Look how Annie is trying to prance around and look all pretty. Annie, that's not very pretty. Look pretty, baby. Oh, this is like part of their mating ritual, I think. Okay, Annie, if that's your prettiest face. Stop, Annie. I'm trying to help you, baby. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Now let's see here. I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, the home of Carl. Right through here. This is the place. It seems safe enough. Come closer here, Carl. I'm Ebenezer Scrooge.
and I've traveled a very long way to speak with you. I want to tell you a story.
I think there's one more little one. Did you send it to me yet?
I just did.
I'll do it very short. Where's it at, Jamie? There, and right there. This is last year. I guess last year we were filming Up and Down.
Oh no. I kind of feel like the Grinch, but my heart is starting to kind of warm, and I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me because it was easier when she was biting at me.
A little Christmas.
It was easier when she kept biting at me than what it is right now. Oh no! Oh no! What in the world are you doing? Baby, what? Oh my. I just kissed her.
All right, so let's go ahead and hide that. Man, those are the last 4 that we could pull off of our memories from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but number 5, I know for a fact there was another one. I don't know, was it when we got Gloria for Cornholio? Was that Christmas?
That's the one.
It was the one when we got Gloria for Cornholio. And that's the one we could not find anywhere. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know what it's called. That's the problem, is I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. But no, we've been very blessed to have spent so many years with you all, and we really enjoy doing things for the holidays. But it's not always easy working with animals and working with children
And working with
Lester. And then this year we did a little bit of all. We combined a little bit of all of those things. So y'all bear with us tomorrow.
definitely bear with us tomorrow.
We're gonna. I don't know for sure, but I think we're gonna load that video onto all of our platforms. So tomorrow you will have to, if you're gonna watch us, you're gonna have to watch our Christmas presentation on whatever platform you guys watch. And if you want to double dip and triple dip and dip all day long, then we will be more than happy to. We appreciate that. But no, we're going to go ahead and just take the day off from other videos and just play our Christmas presentation on all of our videos, on all of our platforms.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for being
We really
accepting.
did work hard on it, and everybody that's in it worked hard on it. So just laugh, okay? Just take it as this is not Hollywood here. This is the backwoods. Seriously.
Yeah, we're not Hollywood, we're backwoods. I like that, Jamie. But thank you all for being so kind to us. You really have been wonderful. We've gotten some really neat Christmas cards. We got some great letters, and we have some gifts and goodies. And I told Jamie, I said, I don't want to do this for people that have family over, for those that are already very busy. But tomorrow afternoon at some point, Jamie and I are going to do a very large gifting goodies, like the old days where we actually open them together on a live. We'll probably go out to the shop and set up the camera and just open some gifts. We got a lot of things to open up that you guys have blessed us with. So thank you for that. And we'll take care of that tomorrow. In the afternoon, I don't know what time. We don't have any plans. Jamie and I normally have our dinner, our Sunday dinner at Denny's.
Our Christmas dinner.
Our Christmas, did I say Sunday dinner?
Yeah.
We eat our Christmas dinner at Denny's. It's a tradition.
It is a tradition.
And our Christmas Eve is at the Chinese buffet. And we just left there a little while
And we're
ago.
holding on strong to that. Most years
We like our traditions, yeah.
Yeah. When we celebrate Christmas not on Christmas Day because there's so much else going on. So we celebrated with my mom and Xander and Kendra on Thursday night. And then Lex won't be here till the 28th. So we'll have Christmas with Lex, Ellie, and Megan on the 28th. And then you were at your family's house last night, and we were there today. So lots of celebrating going on. But on Christmas Day, we go to Denny's. But we still have to take care of all the animals and all the properties and all that as
that's
well.
the one thing people don't understand. Holidays, guys, weekends and holidays and bad weather days, animals don't take days off. So we can't just say, oh, it's Christmas. Let's just not. No, we still going to be making the rounds and doing what we have to do. A lot of mouths are depending on us, and we'll take care of our business.
Speaking of mouths, somebody said, don't forget to leave cookies out for Santa. Can I show what we made?
Yeah, please.
So Kendra loves to bake. I love to bake too, but Kendra is like still in that learning phase of trying new things. So Kendra decided we were going to make Oreo balls this year. And this is some of what is left over from it. We gave out a lot as gifts, but this is one of the neatest things and most simple things ever that we made. And I will tell you, they're delicious. So this is what we'll leave out for Santa this year.
Oreo balls, and with milk, they're amazing. Maxine says, what do you eat at Denny's? I get the Grand Slam. Mine's very easy, the Grand Slam. Now, Jamie can weird out a menu no matter where we go. I always say, ma'am, if you want the simple order, take mine first, because she's going to complicate and confuse you.
I usually say I'm going to make it weird because I don't know, really weird things. But on the Christmas deal or Christmas dinner day when we go, they have a Christmas meal that usually has like turkey, gravy, dressing, mashed potatoes, corn, like a very traditional holiday dinner. And that is usually what I get when I go to Denny's. On Christmas. We don't really go to Denny's any other day of the year, though.
We only go to Denny's on Christmas Day because nothing else is open. But we always we it's something that we enjoy doing.
So first of all, we tip well because we know those people are giving up their time. But most of the time, I think we have seen a lot of people who are eating there by themselves. I think that we've always tried to strike up conversation or invite them to our tables as well.
If we find someone alone, we'll invite them over to join us.
And we met remember the one lady we met that one year who it was her first Christmas alone, and her husband had passed away a few months ago, and she just couldn't bring herself to stay home, alone that day. And boy, I cried, she cried, Lester cried. It was a really emotional time. So I don't know, in a weird way, Denny's makes us feel like the holiday. So
yeah, I've already had to remove 2 people off the comments. Jamie helped me with the first one. And then there was a second one sitting there trying to tell every one of you ladies how beautiful you look. And so
you do look beautiful, but you don't
you
need
are
to hear
beautiful,
it from,
but you just know that these are strange men who
from
jump
the
on
Nigerian prince who has $1 million to deposit in your account. As
Yeah,
long as you give him yours.
Yeah, I know. But I'll try to stop reading the comments and focus on you all now. What, Jamie?
Nothing. I was reading. Keep going. I'm going to read the comments. You talk. I'm going.
That's the kind of stuff that scares me right there. Yeah, it's hard.
That was okay.
So last night I went over to mom and dad's house, and my plan was to go to each household and do my game, my deal or no deal. I told you guys I was not going to shop this year. I'll tell you, and Jamie and I are very different when it comes to shopping. Both of us went through an era when we would do the Black Friday stuff. But when it got to be where women, mostly women, were fighting at the storefronts, when women begin to take things out of your basket, when women begin to push and shove and scream and holler over TVs and the dumbest things, when people got dumb, that's when I stopped going out. That's when I lost complete interest in standing. I don't mean that against, I'm not trying to knock women, but it was always, I've never seen men. Call me a liar if I'm wrong, but I'm reading comments too. I've never seen men act as much a fool over those Black Friday sales as I have seen women. And like I said a while back, it's just like the Bridezilla stuff. Bridezilla women go crazy. They're like grabbing and screaming and hollering and yelling. And you don't see any men doing stuff like that. I'm like, there's only 2 TVs left. Go ahead, bud. I'll get me a smaller size. We're not sitting there at the basket, shoving the basket back and forth. Bottom line is, I stopped going shopping when the world went weird. And then I'm like everyone else. I tried the online stuff. That really wasn't for me. I would lose track of who I ordered for. And she can't talk because just today we're having to go shopping because she could not remember if she bought for this person or that person.
Wrong. One thing did not come in, so I had to run into the store and pick it up instead. I did not shop. There's a difference between shopping and running in. Sorry, there's just a difference. So I ran in and grabbed it and made sure that everything was as planned.
I slept in the car.
He did in the
I said,
parking lot.
I'm not going in there because it was
roughly-
packed.
It was like 6 minutes. It
It didn't matter. It was packed. I said, I'm not going in there. I'll sit here and guard the car. And I slept in the passenger seat while she went in there. Glenda, along with about 1,000 other women, are saying, you know what? I'm a woman, and I hate to admit it, but Lester's right. Women do get like cuckoo. They get cuckoo when it comes to shopping and deals and stuff. It's like a mob mentality. It does. It becomes a mob mentality kind of a thing. And there's a few people saying that I've seen some men fight too. Well, yeah, of course we've seen some men fight, but they're not going to fight you over a toaster. They're not going to fight you over a toaster oven. They're not. They might fight over a parking spot, but women fight over those more than men do. It's
I don't know
crazy,
about that.
y'all.
I've seen some
Men don't fight over parking spots. Men fight over parking spots.
I watched a guy the other day lay down in the parking spot to try to save it.
Oh, well,
And then the other guy get in and just back up like he was going to back up over him.
yeah.
The
It
world
is.
has gone mad. That's
It's a
really
well.
what it is.
Someone says we go back to a barbaric type mentality, and that is exactly what happens. So the point of my story
I know.
is
I'm like, get on with it.
the
Mara.
point of my story is I stopped all of that, and so instead this year I says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what everybody wants anyway. I'm just going to give them money. Now, not lots of money. The money was really up to them based on deal or no deal. And so I went to the bank, got out some money. Jamie, if you see the spammer, let us know.
I am.
Um,
I'm paying attention. You talk.
if you, yeah. So we went to the bank, got some money. We made some envelopes, and I went around and we played deal or no deal with so many people. So what I'm going to do is going to be kind of interesting. Whenever we finally get Lex out of the way, Connor, I have still missing a few. Laura,
Caden.
Brinley, Caden. There's just a few more that I got to grab. What I'm going to do is go back to all of my videos and add up all of the money that I spent on this Christmas. And I can promise you it's less than most of y'all spent. And I know it's less. Yeah, you have no words. I know it's less than you've spent.
Yeah,
But,
but I am like the responsible one for
No.
like all of the things.
But hold on, it's not like that because I've hit everybody. But here's the thing. This is what this. So there have been some haters.
hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
Here we go.
You didn't decide you were doing this until 3 days before Christmas.
I know.
So
But
what
it
am I
was
supposed to
brilliant.
just wait and like dangle and not have a plan B?
So a couple of things. Number one, it is true. I waited till the last minute, which who cares? I did it. But bottom line is, listen, everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. There's not one person, no matter how much money they've
Your
actually
mom might
won-
not love it.
My mom only won $1. She might not love it.
Dan might not love it.
But Dan won $3. Uncle Dan won $3. But the thing is, everybody had a chance, and it was fun. It was entertaining. It was a lot of enjoyment. And that's what Christmas should be about, not what you actually walk or wear out of the Christmas party, but it should be about the joy, the fun, the excitement. And then I'll say one last thing, and I promise I'll leave it alone. And I read this email to Jamie a little while ago. A lady emailed me and she says, Lester, I took your idea with a deal or no deal. I played with my entire family. She goes, it is true. I spent $221, which seems like a lot. But she goes, it was the best Christmas we've ever had. And she goes, I've actually spent less money than I have in years past. And I love that. I replied back. What's wrong? Okay. I replied back with a lot of hearts, and I told her how much I love her telling me that. But listen, I am absolutely going to keep doing this every year. I don't know exactly when all is said and done, I don't know exactly how much money I will have spent. But if you think about that, you normally spend 50, 60, whatever on most of your family members. I'm coming out ahead, y'all. I'm coming out ahead. And people are loving it. There's been no one to play so far who's left like, that was stupid. That was dumb. And
more than just the kids, though. You were going to do.
Yeah. So, well, I don't want to. What if they're watching?
Well,
So I'm still going to do Fire Chief Chris. I'm going to also do my neighbor, Mr. Kenny, and Pat and David. I'm also going to do all of them. The only problem is right now everyone's busy. I
Yeah.
couldn't get anyone today.
So this holiday,
It's gonna-
Deal or No Deal is going to New Year's. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
And Levi cannot play. This was a big thing yesterday. A lot of people were upset that I did not invite Levi. Levi, that's Kim's son. Levi is autistic, and he doesn't have a grasp of money and dollars, and he doesn't understand. And so the little kids who don't know the concept of money, they won't be able to play. They'll have to get a gift, and Jamie took care of all that. But my mom only won $1, but she had fun winning that $1. She had a chance to win a lot more. My mama had a chance to win a lot more, and she took the.
Don't worry, I made up for all where he's left off, and do not also worry that I already had it planned and covered and wrapped and everything long before Mr. Deal here came along with this plan. So everyone still got gifts.
Yeah.
And they were even and all,
Hey, listen, there's people screaming that Kim could have helped Levi. Listen, y'all. Levi doesn't understand money.
I got
Levi got
a
gifts.
gift.
Levi got a gift that he'll love.
Levi won't understand the game itself to even go through the sit down part of it. So.
No, he wouldn't be able to sit down. He would sit down and giggle and laugh and play and be funny, and he would get up and walk away. But you give Levi a pack of printer paper, and that kid's the happiest kid in the world. And so don't make it seem like I'm not giving Levi gifts, y'all. You're just don't. Everyone's getting a gift.
There's a lot of people are like, what about? I promise you.
Come on, y'all.
We have a list and we will get to them.
And we're checking it twice. We're
Yeah.
going to find out who's naughty and nice. No, I'll tell you what, though. You want to know who's being naughty right now is that bull out in that pasture. Everyone knows that we moved Santoro along. We worked out an amazing deal. I think it was a good deal. I haven't talked to you about this yet. Lester
pretty much handled this whole thing on his own, and one day was like, "Hey, we gotta be home. We gotta be home in the morning because there's some cows coming." And I went,
"Yeah." I don't want to scold you, but you do realize how foolish you're being by trying to tell me who I'm not giving gifts to. Now they're upset about Carter and Cash. Guys, I'm just going to ignore you because you're being so silly. We've moved on. We've moved on. We're not going to deal with all that anymore. I did not talk to or confer with Jamie about the whole cow thing because we honestly had thought at some point that we're going to be stuck with Santoro forever. And I hate to say be stuck with, but that was never the intention of raising longhorns and all of the bulls, making them into big steers when you're just going to be grass eaters. You want to move those guys along and let them become their own herd bull, but we had to be very careful at how we did that. You want to make sure they're going to the right farm, the right property, and so, man, we got blessed. We got so darn blessed with meeting this fella who traded us two, you're going to get tired of hearing me say this, 2 Schumacher cows. Jamie, what do you know? Here, let's ask this Illinois girl.
Schumacher cows are the equivalent of real BKs in Lester's world. Not the knockoff.
No,
the real British Knight BK.
We will talk more about that. I haven't, so ultimately everybody wants to build their brand, right? You want to build your brand. For example, Dr. Pepper is different than Dr. Topper, which is the HEB version of Dr. Pepper. Or you get what I'm saying, right? You want to build your brand. And so we would love to one day have a brand, Longhorn Lester being its own brand of a really unique and well, put together program. Well, in Texas, Schumacher cattle, they're the ones. They're the ones. And I'm sure you've all heard of different ranches in different states that are known to be just top notch. And here in Texas, it's Schumacher when it comes to Longhorns. They put together an amazing bloodline. They have just the best of the best. And so Tex, we spent some money on Tex back in the day, but we got us a good bull from Schumacher. And it just so happened that Mr. oh my gosh, Jake, Mr. Jake, also got some of his heifers from Schumacher. And so we were able to make a trade, an offspring from Tex with 2 Schumacher cows who already have calves. So bless you, bless
Sorry.
you. So man, we are looking really good. We got a great setup, a great deal. And so right now, Santoro is off with a couple of ladies. Tex has a couple of ladies. And so it was a win-win for everybody. Someone says Schumacher is the creme de la creme. They are. And I'm not trying to build them up. I'm not trying to give them even more clout. But we want to one day, we're never going to compete. We're not that kind of an organization. We're not that kind of a program. But it's nice to know, even on a small scale, that we are trying to start small, but do it right. And I feel like we're off to a great start. Don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like we are. So what's wrong?
I'm reading and listening
Oh,
and see
no.
people are comparing they say they have a car dealership named Schumacher and talking about that Schumacher also does bulls for the PBR and
What is that?
it's a rodeo.
The rodeo stuff.
Yeah.
So if you don't already know this, Longhorns actually they will take Longhorns. This is kind of sad, actually. Now, I don't know about Schumacher, but a lot of times if you're a rodeo person and you go watch rodeos roping, guys, they have to use cows with horns. You do know that, right? You know that. You can't rope cows without horns unless you're going to rope them around the neck, and you try to avoid that. So when you go watch a rodeo, all of those cows have horns, and they can't be downy. They can't be downy horns, or it's not going to work. They have to be uppy horns or outy horns. And so, what? There's different types of horns. Some stick up, some stick out, some are curved and crooked. What's wrong? That's true. You know, I'm not making this up. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times your cows at your rodeos will be Longhorns. Now, our cows are not rodeo cows. Okay.
No.
We have the sweet kind that you love on, but just so you know, I didn't know that Schumacher also did rodeo cows and rodeo bulls, but that's interesting. That's just another brand or another department of their cattle organization, right? I'm
Correct.
guessing. You're not saying much tonight. I'm
I'm
trying to
finding
ramble.
a stuffy nose, and every time I
Oh.
talk, my nose runs a little bit more. So I was just, reading.
So this is funny. Someone says, Lester, you're blushing. Jamie and I are not blushing. This is called Mexico Sun. This is called Mexico Sun and collagen. I talked about this during my lunch with Longhorn Lester on Friday. Jamie and I kept a secret from you all. Jamie and I, we kept a secret from a lot of people.
Do you have any idea how hard it is for Lester to keep a secret?
It was
He's
hard.
the most non-secret secret keeper, like, ever. And he kept saying, like, do you think we should? No. We didn't want to tell y'all till we got back because of safety reasons and just, to protect everything that was still going on here at home. But we snuck away for 3 days.
We took the kids, Xander, Kendra, Ellie, and Megan. Lex is not with us right now. And we ran off to Cancun for 3 days. We had a great time. We soaked up some sun. We did have help here around the house. Jamie's mom took care of Longhorn Lester's while we were gone. Megan's sister, Rika, took care of I'm a Survivor while they were gone. House set, took care of all the cats, dogs, and all the animals. And then we had Uriel help out and go over to J&L Ranch and feed up over there in the afternoons. So feed the bottles, the baba. So Uriel was doing all those kind of things. We made sure that everybody was taken care of. We have our cameras at all 3 properties. Guys, trust me, we did all that we had to do to make sure our babies were safe. And guess what? We're back and everyone's safe. The disaster
It went off with a hitch.
The disaster only happened once we got back.
The night we got back.
The night we got back is when Tex and Santoro decided to go ahead and come on out and break out and have fun all around the ranch here. So that was the craziest thing. But no, what you're seeing is not Lester blushing necessarily, but it's a really nice skin color. Jamie and I both have a really nice tan-ish for December.
Well, honestly, we sat, 2 2 days and one morning we made ourselves go in the sun. We didn't get burnt. We both wore sunscreen, anything like that. But then
The water was pretty cold,
Yeah.
so it was kind of too cold to go in the water, but we could go to the bar at the pool and sit there, and it was great.
it was nice to relax. And then the one morning we did a spa morning and got massages and facials. And did you tell them that Xander and Kendra did it too?
I did. They got relaxing. We got deep tissue, and I'll never do that again because that hurt like hell.
It was so
But,
funny,
um,
but both Xander and Lester were both like, oh, isn't that just a girl? Can't you just, no, we're going and we're doing it, and you need to embrace it. So
Jamie,
we
have
made
you
them.
noticed though that, listen, I'm not making this up. Now I am tired right now. Today's been a long day and I'm tired, but you do see that my wrinkles are coming back. That collagen did wonders for me.
So
For a couple of days, I was wrinkle free. And now I'm noticing my wrinkles are coming back. So it might be time for another collagen facial. I don't know where you get those from around here.
I
But,
don't either, but I will be honest, like that was my second one ever in my life. And this is the first time that I really noticed it having an effect. Like it really helped. It was nice.
You've done the facials before then?
So one other time on a work trip, that was their gift to us, was to get a facial.
I didn't take
No,
that.
that
one.
was before you.
That was before me. No, it was, so Jamie kind of forced me into this one, saying about the whole facial thing. I didn't think that was manly. That's not Longhorn Lestrish. It's not. But I will say it was relaxing and it made me feel good. She rubbed my head.
It flew by. That was the other part. So it was like the whole treatment was like 80 minutes or something like that between massage and facial. And both of us, when it was over, were like, there's no way. It felt like 20 minutes.
I know. I'm like, no, a little timer goes ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what's that noise?
Yeah.
She goes, thank you. It's time.
Yeah.
I'm like, the hell? What? You just started. No, that was the clock. An hour and a half had gone by. Wow. But it was amazing.
It was. That was a special treat. That was something that we didn't plan, but the kids didn't want to go do anything off the resort. They just wanted to hang out there. So that was what we chose to do instead. That was their Christmas gift. And the Deal or No Deal.
Deal or no deal. So the Deal or No Deal is what I'm doing for Christmas for everybody from here on out.
What's wrong?
I'm just reading some of these silly comments.
Oh.
No. So we will.
did think the deep tissue massage though hurt really bad.
It did hurt really bad.
Oh, it hurt so good. That's what I.
So it did hurt good, but have you ever hurt so bad that it tickles? For example, if I grab your thigh right now and do this,
Don't do it,
see,
don't do it.
see that it tickles, doesn't it?
Does,
But it
don't do
hurts.
Don't.
It tickles, but it also hurts.
Yeah.
Ow! Stop it. I'm saying, yay, God hears me. God hears me. Please stop. People, let's just stop it. We're in a live.
You started it
But I stopped whenever after a couple of seconds.
because I was hoping because you wouldn't have stopped unless I started doing it back to you.
No, please. I'm for real. Please stop. Anyway, don't, Jamie. Seriously, look at my shirt's all wrinkled up now. That was fun. It was great getting off with the kids. And then we have a rule that even though we don't see the kids a lot during the day because they're off doing their own thing, kid stuff, we say they have to eat with us every night. So we did eat together every night, had meals together at some of the different restaurants around the resort. And thank y'all for allowing us some time off. We got right back and got back to work. There was no downtime once we got back. But I felt bad for Jamie's son and mom, Kendra, because the night that they had to fly back home, Jamie drove them to the airport, and for some reason their plane was too heavy to take off.
They sat on the tarmac for 4.5 hours because they had to shuffle luggage, and then they had to remove some of the fuel because they were overweight to fly. So some people's luggage, my mom and Xander and Kendra were very blessed that their luggage made it to where they were going, but other people's luggage got put on a different plane. And that's just a very stressful time because I would assume that most people that fly right now are probably not frequent flyers like experience. So there's a lot of unknown and uncharted, times during that time. So it was a pretty stressful day for them. And I'm sure everybody else on that plane.
Yeah. But I told Jamie better that the plane realized it was too heavy.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't balanced before it took off and had problems in the air. That would have been worse. So they set for 4 additional hours on the tarmac. You couldn't get out. They couldn't get signals on their phones. They couldn't get Wi-Fi yet. It's so weird the way planes work. You can get Wi-Fi once you're in the air, but you can't get the Wi-Fi when you're sitting there. Yet you also can't get a signal while you're sitting there. So that was really hard on them. Yeah. But they're home safe now. Everything's back to normal for everybody. And then I'll say one last thing. We'll move on from that. But Lex would not want to go do what we did. Lex has a dream vacation. He wants to go to the Grand Canyon. And Jamie and I want to take him. We don't know for a fact if I'm ready to pull the RV that far. Seriously, I don't think that I'm ready to pull the RV that far. And then what's even scarier is we found a picture on the internet of someone trying to pull an RV, and the entire axle of their truck came loose because of the weight of the RV. They hit a speed bump or they hit something, and it terrified me. I showed her, I says, Jamie, this is what happens when you hit a bump and you're
way too hard.
Hit heavy. Yeah. You're carrying a heavy load, and the entire back wheels popped out from underneath the truck. And that just terrified me. So now I'm really having to think hard and long and hard about where we pull this RV to. But we will take my son Lex to the Grand Canyon at some point. I want him to experience that. It'll be fun, but that's not.
Some people say, why didn't my mom go to Cancun? She didn't want to. We actually offered and asked if she wanted to come along, and she wanted to stay here at Longhorn Lester. She did a lot of things. I haven't made the video yet of all the things that she did while we were gone, but I think that she enjoyed herself thoroughly here. But I offered, I asked, and she did not want. She's like, nope, that's y'all's annual thing. Y'all need to go do that. I just want to stay here, and I'll see you when you get back. So we spent time with her before and after.
Yep. Believe it or not, it was not an old truck. For everyone saying it was an old truck, it actually looked to be a fair. I didn't see the entire vehicle, and I also didn't see what bump they hit. But it just, I think the caption said, "Why you always check the towing capacity."
Yeah.
Or something
and
like
your
that.
Axle weight, I think.
And the axle capacity, yes. And I'm like, whew, scary. But anyway, Jamie's mom did great here, y'all. We set everybody up for success. No one was set up for failure. We made sure that. So here's an example of how we set people up for success. We knew that it would be 3 feed ups. So what I did was I went out and I pre-made a bucket of feed that goes to Tex and to Tex. Who was with Tex then?
Santoro.
And Santoro. Yes. And then I also made up a bucket that would go to the ostriches. I made up what would go to the goats, and I set everything up for day 1. And then I set everything up for day 2 and for day 3. So it was a simple matter of going out and getting the bucket that goes to Tex and Santoro and putting it in his trough, going out to the ostriches and putting it in their trough. And then what I do is I put the troughs over on the safe side of the fence. The birds can put their heads over where the goats can't get to them. So you don't have to go inside the pastures.
Yeah. It was
great.
It was great. And she figured out how to run the freeze dryer while I was gone. So that's a new adventure that I will get to try out. She can't sit still for anything. She redecorated some of the Christmas stuff. You should see the greenhouse, the shot. There's so many things that I can't wait to show you. And I'm still finding them of oh, look what my mom did. Look what my mom did. All kinds of stuff. So she's welcome here anytime, because she always does just magical things.
Yeah. No, Jamie's mom is great. Now she's a busybody. I will say she's a busybody, but She's always productive, and what she spends her time on is always always going to look better
Yeah.
when she's done than it did when she got here. And so no matter how nice we try to make things, Jamie's mom can always find ways to improve on things that already look, good.
It's true.
So, okay.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I listen to me. Seriously, I've been talking like crazy. I know I have, and I feel like you're a lot more quiet
I
than
really
normal.
am pretty stuffy.
Oh, you don't
That's-
feel well?
I just said every time that I talk, my nose starts to run, and then I have
Oh.
to sniff, and I sound gross.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right. Well, listen, we don't need to keep y'all then. If Jamie doesn't feel well, it is Christmas Eve. So for anyone that is alone, don't think that you have to be miserable. Get you a big old comfy blanket and go wrap up in it somewhere and watch some TV or do whatever you do.
Or watch all the old Christmas videos from Mama Survivor
Ooh.
because the new one comes out tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to brag, but it was the first time that I edited it myself ever. Like Lester usually is the handler of all of the holiday big, productions. And this year I was like, I got this. I can do it. And I made it through. He gave me some pointers and some help. And it was a full-blown team effort, but I actually got to be the button pusher for the first time. So it was fun. See, I told you every time.
I know. Let's talk about that old truck over at the J&L. So what you don't have to do, and I'm not trying to scold anybody, y'all. It's Christmas, and I love you so much, and I just want to talk to you like friends. I can't answer every question because they're going by so darn fast, but just we're talking like friends here. And I will say that Jamie and I pretty much talk about everything before we do it. Now, there are some things that,
unless it's cows.
yeah, some things are more mine than hers, and some of her things are more hers than mine. But I did talk in a video about wanting to get that old truck and fixing it up. Jamie and I both agree that there's not much we can do to fix it up where it's sitting right now.
Yeah.
So together we talked about getting us or hiring us a tow truck, the flatbed kind, and pulling that truck onto that flatbed, bringing it over here to Longhorn Lester's, where we are here, where we do have our tools, we have our electricity, we have our extension cords, we have all that we need, and we can start fixing it up. And then whenever it's ready,
And by fix it up, we don't make it run.
we're not going to make it run.
No.
Decorate it for
Yeah.
different events.
Be able to fix the backside of it, to be able to have a platform to put things on, that type of thing.
Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll take it back and set it up wherever Jamie wants to set it up at. But it will be decorated, and it will be a yard ornament, and it'll be really, really nice. But there have been a lot of people who think that I've kind of taken over and not given Jamie hers. Guys, once again, if you don't know this girl over here, if you think that,
If I feel strongly about something, you'll know. I promise you, you'll know. And he's well in the know at that point in time.
yeah, that is true. So, but no, we normally we are trying to manage at least two, I will say two, but also kind of 2.5 properties right now. And there's things that Jamie is absolutely in charge of, like the horses.
Yeah.
I mess with them, but I don't do things unless she knows what I'm doing. Jamie is absolutely in charge of the greenhouse, the gardening, the fruit trees. I will help her if she wants help, but for the most part, she does what she needs to do, and she only tells me what she needs me to do to assist and aid her and stuff like that. And there's more things than that, y'all. There's things around the house, things around the shop that is a whole lot more Jamie than Lester. But there's also some things that are more Lester than Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
And so we confer, we talk more than what you realize we talk about everything. So just because one of us may make a video that may not show the other person and their thoughts on it, don't think that we don't share all of those kind of things with each other.
You know, when we lived at the sanctuary and only had the sanctuary, there was a lot more content that involved the both of us because we were both just there. And now that we're taking care of 3 places, plus I'm working a full-time job, there's a lot of divide and conquer. So you see a lot of content that doesn't have the other person in it. To the extent that somebody asks, like, are y'all still together? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. but there's a lot to take care of, and there's a lot of the ability to divide and conquer because of being able to play off of each other's strengths and weaknesses. We're both capable of doing the other person's role if we need to that day or that week or whatever the case is. Like if I'm not feeling well, he would absolutely go do anything that I asked with the horses and be able to do it. It's my preference that I do it though. And that's how I think you feel about the longhorns and ostriches as well, is that that's kind of your forte. But on days where he's not able to be here, whether it be because he's got to deal with something at another property, an appointment, or he's not feeling well, I'm capable of doing those things. It's just not my everyday routine to do so. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, and I also think it's when you have a passion for something, you kind of don't want other people messing with it. Does that make sense to you? Is that
Yeah, I don't want you to do my laundry.
That's
That's my laundry is mine. And if Lester started doing laundry, I would be like, what's wrong with my laundry?
All right. So first of all, just know that I can do laundry. Oh, one of the things that Jamie loves the most about me is the fact that I'm independent. I don't need a mommy. I don't need someone to mommy me.
Unless it's to find his glasses.
Or if I'm sick. If I'm sick, I can't move.
He can't take any meds. He needs them put into his throat with
And
fluid
then,
to follow.
and then someone hold my head up and pour some water down my throat, please.
Yeah.
I'm joking. But no, when Jamie met me, she met a very independent man that could wash and cook and clean and care for his two sons and all of their needs. And I could maintain a household. So she did not involve herself with the man who needed a housemaid or a mommy or anything like that. And I know that there's a lot of women who know that your men can take care of themselves. They just choose not to. And then there's some women that know that their men are lost without them. So
I
anyway,
think most men are lost without us.
most men are lost without them. But no, I absolutely respect the things that Jamie, the strengths that she brings to our relationship, and she respects mine. And I don't want to step on her toes. So I don't get in her way on the things that she does. Oh, trust me. Jamie says, can you cook? Oh, I can cook. I can cook. Now, most of my things are out of a box or out of a can or out of a freezer. Microwave.
One would survive.
But listen, I survived a long time cooking for me and my kiddos, and I can cook absolutely.
He can cook.
Yes.
I promise you. He can
But
cook.
we are so good. But I don't know why I wanted to touch on that little truck thing, because that's been a hot topic lately about the fact that you want to leave that truck where it's at. And I get it's a beautiful truck. Did y'all see the painting? Can I show them the painting?
Yeah, go ahead. Tina and Rob got us this really neat gift for Christmas, and I think we showed it on their Deal or No Deal. But we were totally surprised. Like, I've known that the truck sits in a really special place. The sunrise, the sunset, the pieces, like the piece that it brings, like it is strategically positioned. And this was the painting or the canvas that they got us, that they snuck out to take pictures to catch it in the sunset. And I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's great. But what we do want to eventually do is decorate the truck.
I would be able to put a wreath on it in the front in Christmas and
Tree in the back.
tree in the back. And
during
then
Halloween, have something scary set up in the back of it.
I want mums and pumpkins for fall on there. And then, of course, 4th of July. Like, I just want to be able to utilize it as a focal point and to, have some display around those holidays and special times as well.
Yeah. And so to make that happen, we do have to haul it over here to Longhorn Lester's to be able to have our tools to do all those kind of things. So when that happens, don't think that was Lester being a bully and Lester having to have his way and everything else. That was just something that Jamie and I know we have to do. So I hope you leave the patina. What does that mean?
It's the way that it's faded.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to put any vinyl or anything, are we? No, I think we're going to put a back.
Yeah. So there'll be a platform in the back. We know that we want that to happen. And then that's probably mostly, I would like the lid to close which is rusted open that way. So
Yeah. We're not going to get it running, y'all. We're not going to get it running.
we have zero skill set
Yeah.
around that, like nothing whatsoever.
Yeah. But it has tires on it. It has wonderful tires
The
on
tires are amazing.
it. The
which
tires
blows our
are
mind.
full. There's no flats. So it's going to pull right up on that trailer or on that flatbed. It'll roll right off. We'll do what we have to do here in the shop or right here beside the greenhouse, wherever we work on it. And at some point we will
Somebody says the lid, you mean the hood? I'm a girl. I just told you I'm not a car person. The lid, it closes.
the hood. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant. I
Clear,
didn't say thingamajiggy.
clear coat it and it will last longer.
The wood, yeah, I agree. The wood in the back would have to be clear coated.
Yeah. So anyway, well, listen, guys, that was our hour. We don't want to take up too much of your time and your evening. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of those things. Blessings to you and your family. And don't forget, tomorrow is our big Christmas presentation. We're working with kids and animals and me. And so just a little grace, y'all, a little grace here, okay? And it'll be great. It'll be great.
It's going
But,
to be fun. We hope you enjoy it. And we hope that you also are enjoying time with your family, or at least if you don't have family, that you're enjoying something for you.
I'll talk about one thing real fast. I've seen a couple of comments about it. I'm not doing a question and answer session, so don't everyone start screaming questions to me. But the car at the driveway is troubling. Would you agree? We have not called back to find out what had happened. But let me kind of give you a breakdown of how everything transpired. One day I show up to take care of my chores over at the J&L property, and there's a car sitting there in the driveway. It was not blocking my drive. It was pulled off to the side far enough where I can get by it.
Where it had actually been backed up.
But it
and
had been
turned around,
backed,
like,
either turned around or backed into a spot. Now, I think that I've watched too much TV, because in my mind, I thought, well, first of all, I got out of my truck and I looked in the car and I saw there were clothes in the back seat. There was a clothes hamper, it looked like, but they were already folded in the hamper, not like just like dirty clothes. They'd already been washed, but maybe set back into the hamper. There were also clothes stacked on the seat, and it appeared to be women's clothes. And so my initial thought, and I'm sorry if I'm just going to tell you what I thought. There's a rest stop, a trucker's rest stop right next to our driveway. And in my mind, I thought that was probably a working girl who parked her car in our driveway and she walked to work, if you know what I mean. She parked in our driveway so her car would not be on surveillance video, because there's cameras all over that truck stop. And that was a way for her to work and not get noticed or not get reported, or who, I don't know the details. Okay. But that's what I thought. I didn't worry a lot about it. You know, it bothered me that there was a car parked there, but what can you do? What can you do? I went ahead and did my chores. I made the little video that I put out asking about some car, whatever. It wasn't until the next day the car was still there. And then the third day, the car was still there, when I finally said, okay, something bad is going on here. And when I say something bad, what I assumed is that working girl ended up getting snatched up by somebody at that truck stop. And so it scared me for her. So I went ahead and called the police department, the sheriff's department, and then they came out. The officer ran her license plate. It wasn't reported stolen, which to me, I'm like, she's of course she can't report it stolen. She's being held hostage, you know, or whatever. And so the officer, I says, don't you want to look in the trunk? Aren't you going to do anything? And he says he can't. Without having probable cause or whatever, he needs a warrant. All he can do is have it towed off of our property. And so that's what he did. He took and he called, and they came and they got the car. Now, I never called to follow up. I don't know if that's my place or if they would even give me that information. I don't know what the protocol is. I have no idea
Probably
what
not.
protocol is.
So here's my theory as well. So
Here's Jamie's theory.
I'm a woman and I don't have a clean car. And I don't know any woman who does have a clean car as clean as the inside of this car was. Now, yes, there were clothes folded up neatly in the back, like they came from a laundromat or something along those lines, but they weren't in a suitcase. And it wasn't, to me, it didn't look like women's clothes. It was all dark stuff. And again, I only saw the stuff once, but it didn't strike me as a woman. Because as a woman, you have different again, this is being very stereotypical, but there was not a speck of dirt inside this car. There was not a
Or on the outside.
Or outside. And there was not a soda cup or water cup. There was nothing else besides the clothes in the back seat. It also was not out of gas. It had 3/4 tank of gas. So to me, it just, I don't know. There's something else here that just smells so funny. And the fact of it is, if it broke down, it was a nice enough car that you wouldn't just abandon it and just roll with it. You would have it towed. And, you know, it just doesn't make sense. But there were, to me, no remnants of a woman in that car. But that's just my own personal thing, because I don't know anyone that keeps that clean of a car.
I never thought of it that way, but that's true. It was very clean. The outside was clean. The inside was clean. But listen, as of right now, we don't know. I did not call back and say, so what happened to the car?
Yeah.
Did y'all I didn't do any of that stuff. I don't think that's my place. I did what I had to do, and I called it in as suspicious. The officers came out, did what they do, and they cannot start digging to the car without a search warrant. And there was no reason for them. There was no probable reason to make them be able to search the car.
My little true crime mind starts going all kinds of places. And I just think that there's more to it. Like, I don't know what it is yet, but it doesn't feel right at all for it to be there that long with nothing reported on it either.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can't answer your question because I don't even know.
And it was too old to be a rental car, y'all. It was too old to be a rental car. It wasn't within the last 3 years. Rental cars are all within 3 years of age.
I don't know. Okay, well, guys, that's what we got for you. Want to thank y'all for watching. And remember, if you've sent us pictures of you in any of that merch, but you've not seen them yet, don't worry.
They're being compiled.
We've been super busy, friends. We will continue to compile those. That video is going to get longer and longer. It's already 4 minutes long. Now, I can shorten the length of the pictures a little bit to speed through them. But keep sending those pictures. We love them. It makes us feel so humbled and blessed that you guys would want to show off your merchandise with our name on it. We don't deserve you, y'all. We don't deserve you. We're about to start a brand new year, 2024, and we're just ever so blessed. We don't deserve you, but I'm not going to give you away for nothing, all right? I'm not giving you away. You're sticking with us through all of this, and we'll ride it out as long as we can, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you, and we hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And we'll see you back here again tomorrow. If you want to hang out with us, we're going to open some gifts. I'm going to just guess and probably say maybe 20 to 25 packages.
Yeah, y'all have been naughty in that sense.
You've been very naughty, and you keep sending stuff. When we say stop sending us stuff, and you keep sending stuff. But we're going to open all of those things on one mega gifting goodies on Christmas tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And that will be in the afternoon. So I can't say exactly what time, but it will be in the afternoon. I'm going to just guess and probably say 3 or 4. Is that okay?
Probably.
No, we got to do horse blankets tomorrow. So it's going to either have to be after dark or earlier, like around noon.
We'll be here sometime.
If you don't catch it live, the replay will be there. It ain't going to go away. All right.
Yeah.
It ain't going to go away.
Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you for giving us the greatest gift of all, which is your time.
Amen. Thank you, guys. And we love